fishing and hunting professionals here. That's one of the reasons you should come on out to the Expo, besides all the great exhibits we've been talking about. And I have one of those professionals with me. His name is George Douglas. Hi, George.
Hi, how are you, Carrie?
Good. What can you tell us about you? What are you doing here at the Expo?
Right now I'm promoting a new book. It's called Fish Like a Guide, and it really just talks about what guides go through and the sense of importance that they have to put their clients on fish and, you know, getting paid to do a job. And so there's almost a science behind it, and the different ways that they approach a guide trip. Starts with the preparation and research and planning and different things like that. So the book really goes into the mindset of the guide, and of course his first priority is to avoid the skunk, and then take it from there. So we go through a series of different challenges along the way, and adapting the conditions at hand, and that's what makes a good guide. And just a average fisherman from Rockland County can apply those techniques to their day on the river and be more productive.
So your career is fishing.
Yes, I was born and raised in New Jersey, and I started there bass fishing, and kind of moved into trout fishing, local streams, and then worked my way up to like the Beaverkill and Willowee-Mac, and fishing those Catskill streams. And then eventually moved up to Pulaski, New York, and guided the Salmon River for about 7 years. Right now I'm from there I went out to the West Coast, learned the Washington State salmon and steelhead runs, and along the ways now I'm guiding in Steelhead Alley, which is it's Ohio and western New York. It's basically the southeastern shores of Lake Erie, and run steelhead trips on those tributaries via drift boat and bank guiding.
How do people find out about your guide services?
My website is kype.net. It's KYPE.net, and the kype is actually a hook jaw on a male salmon, trout, and steelhead. It's that lower jaw to get that kype, that big hook, and it's almost like the rack on a deer. It's kind of a sign of power, and that's the name of our magazine. I've been the publisher that magazine since 2008. And it's called Kite Magazine, and thanks for asking, Carrie. And we're at kype.net, KYPE.net.
And what's the name of your book again?
It's called Fish Like a Guide, and it's the first of a series. I'm working on the second edition right now, and so hopefully in a couple months it'll be ready to go and be hot off the presses.
And people can find out about your book on that Kype website?
Yes, absolutely. And, it's, I actually finished another book, too, recently. It's my first fiction book. And I wrote this for kind of my contribution to the kids of the sport, because in a day and age of all video games and all that stuff, we got to keep the kids on the river and teach them well. And so this is a fiction book, written for them to encourage them in the sport, and hopefully to, just get their, creative flow going. And it's called River of Monsters, and it's about a species of salmon that actually swam the waters of this earth 11 million years ago. It was a 6-foot saber-toothed salmon. So in this book, in this creative story, we kind of bring this species back to life, and it's quite the story.
And is that book available now?
Yes, it is. We got them here at the show. Also, the Fish Like a Guide is here at the show, and on the website as well, and booking guide trips too, here at the show or on the site.
And where is your booth located here at the Field House?
We're in the back corner, you know, the bleachers where they do the bass, there's a bass pond and all the speaking. We're the first booth behind the bleachers.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure people come over and listen to you. And are you doing any demonstrations or talks here at the Expo?
You know, I did one today at 1:30, and it went really well. We had about 50 people show up, and this has been a great show. Jonathan, he does a great job, the promoter of the show, and it's got a lot of attractions here, and it's a really good group of vendors and professionals in hunting and fishing. And no, it's fantastic. I encourage everybody to come out and check it out.
And I guess salmon fishing is your favorite, or do you have a favorite?
You know, Steelhead, I think, is king. You know, they seem to be the most challenging and the most rewarding. Pound for pound, they fight probably better than just about any other fish that I know of. And you know, the different techniques that you can use for steelhead, and you know, we do a lot of fly fishing for them, but we also do spin and plug fishing, pinning, and whatever. But I've been really getting into spey casting as of late, which is it's a technique with a 13.5-foot fly rod. And the spey casting technique originated in Scotland way back in the 1700s, where they had all different trees and bushes behind them, and they couldn't do a traditional fly cast. So this spey casting is a way to fly fish with, and you could cast like 80 to 100 feet, and there is no back cast. You're essentially laying the line on the water and picking it up and throwing it.
Wow! And is that the demonstration you did today?
No, you know, what I did today was I showed some of our videos. Because our magazine has video with it. It's accompanied with a DVD, and so I kind of reviewed some of our travels and our film shoots. I showed like an 8 to 10 minute clip on you know, different spots that we were: Yellowstone, Alaska, Steelhead Alley, the Salmon River. And you know, so it bounced around a little bit, and then I went into kind of the premise of the Fish Like the Guide book, talking about the foundation that anglers should have, and you know, there's so much emphasis in the world of fishing about you know, the techniques used and the casting, but there's a lot of areas of the sport that, you know, that we really need to secure first in our foundation, like knot tying and organization and preparation for trips, and you know, how to anticipate runs of fish rather than, you know, trying to get yesterday's news from the sports shop or whatever. So there's a lot to it, but I really went in mostly today into how to fight a fish properly, and I think that's a technique that's really underestimated. How to steer fish while you're fighting them, how to stay in control of the fight, because that's the whole thing. Is when you're fighting the big ones, you know, the question is, can you land them? And that really comes down to, are you giving the fish control, or are you going to take control of the fish? And there's a technique to it, there's a style to it, and it really helps, and it can really turn around those days that might be just one fish, but you know, you can land that big fish and put it on the bank. It's really rewarding.
Well, thank you so much, George. Come on down here and meet George Douglas. He's over at the Kype booth over back there by the 5,000-gallon bass tank, and you can get one of his books. Author, professional here, so make sure you catch him. And again, the website is kype.com.
Kype.net. And Carrie, I just want to say thanks to my sponsors real quick.
Oh, certainly.
Yes, Reddington, great spey rods and switch rods, and Rio fly lines, William Joseph, and I just want to say special thanks to the Best Western and Ramsey for working with us on this trip, and we're going to be You good on time?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to be at the Ramsey Outdoors, the one, I forget, it's over by...
On Route 17. The one on Route 17?
No, it's the one in Morristown. They're having a fly fishing show on the 12th. I'm also going to be in Kingston, PA on March 8th at the Trout Unlimited. Fairfield, Connecticut, March 15th, the Trout Unlimited, and also Jefferson, New Jersey on March 16th at the Trout Unlimited. So, yes, thank you for the opportunity. And Rockland County, you're really in an advantageous area to be able to, be in driving distance of world-class fisheries. Take advantage of it.
Thank you very much, George. Make sure you come on down and meet him, and I'll be over there later to check out those books. And I'm just going to wander down here. We had a few other gentlemen who wanted to talk.